Alright, video game warriors, welcome back to our Soul Reaver 2 Remastered 100% walkthrough. Hopefully you're doing alright. This is episode 7. Let's get cracking. We've got to make our way through Janos's area here. So what we need to do is grab the air Reaver, which shouldn't be too far from here. There is a 15-minute timer that starts quite soon, but it hasn't started just yet. So don't worry about the 15-minute timer just yet, but we do have to do a section in under 15 minutes very, very soon. So let's get cracking through this. So first of all, we grab the air Reaver from there, and then we go out this tunnel just this way. And there's not really too much left of the game at Video Game Warriors, so our journey together is almost over, unfortunately. This makes me a bit sad that the Soul Reaver journey is almost over. Just air Reaver this, and it will blast open this section here. Then what we need to do is grab the Dark Reaver, which I think is just to the left up here. Be careful of these enemies. If we can skip them, we'll definitely skip them, but I don't think they don't make our life easy, that's for sure. So we'll give them the old Reaver treatment, and then if memory serves, I'm pretty confident the dark font is up here. So I need to grab this because we need it in a sec and jump back down. And we go back in through the hole that we just made here. I'll let you know when the 15-minute timer starts. It's a little bit further into Janos's sort of like mini dungeon here. And there's basically a bunch of things that we need to shoot with some of the Reaver projectiles. And we need to get cauldrons of blood and kind of like move them around and stuff. So the reason that we get the Dark Reaver is this. So I'm going to pop that into that eye, which lets us pick this up real quick, run away, grab this, and then we can fill this with blood, and we fill, I can't remember exactly where it is, I think it's around here somewhere. So I'm going to be pretty focused on this next section because I'm kind of doing it from memory. But we should still be good. So 15-minute timer has not started yet, so don't worry about it. This creates a bridge. And we're going to grab the... Where's it gone? Oh, it's underneath the bridge. We're going to grab the air Reaver is what I was trying to say. There we go. So grab that from underneath that bridge, kind of like hidden under there. And then we're going to jump back across this way, jump up, and then up. So we get the air Reaver there. That's quite important because it cuts loads of time off this next section. So we're coming up to the 15-minute point in just a second. It starts after this cutscene ends. So there's about to be a cutscene. After the cutscene ends, we've got 15 minutes. So you've got to be really fast if you want this achievement. Make sure to save your game first before doing this, so you can reload it if it hasn't worked out for you. So here is the cutscene. We're going to skip this, and then the time will start. Okay, time starts now. So back up a sec. We're going to do air Reaver onto that plate above us. Go to the left a little bit, and then air Reaver again onto that wall there. I think there is another air Reaver thing quite close to that. Then we're going to head on down. We might be able to get another air Reaver door here, perhaps. Yeah, so that's those two done. Into those like blue window type things. And then I believe we need light. We're going to head on up. And we need to look for some light things to shoot. Going to head in this direction, jump across. And just keep your eyes peeled for these sort of like light things that are hanging down there. Look, so you manual aim, shoot the light through both of them at the same time. That is that. And then we need to do a bit of a jump across. Watch out for that thing that's kind of poking out. So you need to avoid that. Give this guy the old 1-2. Grab the shield that he drops. And whack this into here. Then we need to use this path that we just created to go and get a sort of some blood and put it in that sort of cauldron looking thing over there. So we can use this path that we just created, go to the right, grab this. We're going to steal some blood from this one. Then kind of like follow the path back that we've just created to the left here. And then follow this around. We've already opened the door. Then we're going to pop it into this one here. We've still got the light Reaver. If you need it, there is an air Reaver thing over there to the side. This opens up to some different areas, so you can get the air Reaver from that font if you want it, but we don't really need it because we've already smashed the air Reaver things. We're going to do a light Reaver through there. We've hit the wall, unfortunately. So opens that bridge, and we can sometimes get this one as well, but you might need to back up a little bit for this because you need to be a bit further back. And you can sometimes get this one as well. There you go. So that is that. We've got, I believe we can grab one of these cauldron thingies, jars, to take to the cauldron thingy. Grab the blood from here, pop that into the jar. Bring this around. And if we follow this around, we should find another one of those sort of like bowl things. There we go. So that is that. I believe if memory serves, we now need the Dark Reaver. So we're going to grab the Dark Reaver. Make sure not to fall off here because it can be a little bit spicy. So we're going to grab Dark Reaver. There we go. And I think we need to shoot one of the eye things up ahead. So we're going to shoot this eye and open this door. And once again, it opens another blood cauldron thing. So that's the eye. Got to be quite quick here. Give this guy the old 1-2 real quick. Grab the key item. I'm just trying to think ahead. So we need the cauldron. I think we need to go back and get another blood pot cauldron. So that's that open. There's an empty one in front of us. So what we need to do is head back. I believe we could also do with the light Reaver, I think. I'm just going to open that first, I think. So I'm just going to grab this pot. And we can use the blood from here. So I'm just going to grab this. I'm just trying to think where the light Reaver font is. I think it's down at the bottom. I'm pretty confident we may need it in a sec. I'm just going to pop that into there, open up the next section. That is that. I think we do, yeah. So I'm going to grab that in just one sec. For now, I'm just going to get this door open. So we're going to glide around that sort of like bit that's poking out. Give this guy the old 1-2. Get the door open. We do need to use a light Reaver. So I'm going to quickly go and get that. I think the font is at the lowest floor, unfortunately. But you can sometimes, I think you can use the air Reaver to get up a little bit faster as well. So I'm going to jump to here. I'm going to activate some air Reaver stuff to sort of help us a little bit. So give this guy the old 1-2. Grab that real quick. Because the air Reaver can help us back up, so I'm going to activate this. And then the one below it as well. Like so. Then we're going to grab the light, which is... yeah. There we go. And then use these air things that we just activated to go back up. There we go. And again. There we go. And we're back up where we was before. So that door is open over to the left. We've already just opened that using that enemy's shield. Same again this side. Hopefully the glide doesn't fail me here, because if it does... there we go. Got a fear of that glide failing. Give this guy the old 1-2. Grab the shield. Whack it in the door. And then we have access to fill these things with blood. So what we'll do is we'll grab one of these pots behind us. Like so. And I think we're going to use the light Reaver just there to our left. But we'll do that in a sec. Just up there. So we'll grab this. From this cauldron here, and then go to the left. We have opened this door a little bit earlier, so that's all good. We can just whip round, pop it in. That sort of like opens that path ahead of us, but we still need to shoot the light Reaver to lower that thing just in front of us. So I'm gonna whip round. Look for the things hanging down, so here we go. Pop that. Opens the bridge. Then we need, I think that's all of them. So you're going to grab another one of these. And if we have got all the bridges, which I'm pretty sure we have, then it should just be a case of using this pot on this blood thing that we've just filled up. Grab the blood from this. I'm just trying to look ahead to see if we've got all the things lowered, which I think we have. Across here, we lowered that one. Here we go. Yeah, that's all lowered. Pop that into there. And if it hasn't been 15 minutes, which hopefully it hasn't, as soon as you press this door, it should trigger the 15-minute achievement. Nice. So there we go. That's how we do that. Going to go ahead and skip this. Really important cutscene there, so if you haven't watched it before, please watch it. It's absolutely amazing. Once again, the story in this game is just so good. Another achievement there that just happens naturally by playing the game, so you can't really miss that one. Next we have the Fire Forge. You can save it here, just around the corner if you want to, so I'm going to pop a save because we managed to get that 15-minute achievement. So that's good. There is one more tricky achievement that's coming up not too far from now. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. So in terms of the Fire Forge, nothing too crazy really in this section. It is a bit more of like a puzzle type thing. No combat in here whatsoever. Okay, so what we want to do here is grab this torch against the back wall behind the fire and then pop it into the fire, and then you want to do some normal jumps and some gliding. I'm slightly scared of the glide not working because sometimes doing this, the glide doesn't trigger and it kind of just makes you fall down into the blood, which ideally you don't want. So just jump across there and then light this fire here. I think what we do next is we have to grab the light element. So we're going to jump up here, whip out the old Reaver, go for the light element, and then I think this activates... let's just try it. It's just a projectile onto this thing at the top. So pop that. And that activates the next phase, I believe. I think the air Reaver is... yeah, there we go. It's just down below. I might be a little bit late here. Yeah, there we go. So we now get access to the air Reaver, which we use in a sec. So that thing is on a timer. It's going to make the blood rise again. Now we need to whip the air Reaver into one of those things. I don't think it really matters too much like which one you pop it into, because they all activate anyway. So you just pop that in and they all activate. So that is that. I'm just trying to think what's coming up next. So that's going to push us up to the top. And then I think we need more fire. Or perhaps light. I think it might be a case of gliding straight across. Once again, the glide kind of failed me there a little bit. That's why I've got like a fear of the glide. I don't know why it doesn't always trigger. Not sure if it's my controller or not, but feel free to let me know in the comments if your glide sometimes doesn't activate. So all we do is grab the fire and just glide directly across, straight across. And this bit like gets slightly more complex each time you do a little bit of progression. So light this fire across this side, and now these things are kind of like spewing blood out now at this point, and the blood that's falling from them can also put out the torch, and that's not good. So I think what we do next is we need the light Reaver. So we're going to go grab the light Reaver, imbue that. And this is probably the trickiest bit, I think. So we're going to I think it's a shot at that first. That starts things happening. You grab the torch, you grab the fire, then you need to be quite quick, and you also need to avoid the blood that is kind of spewing out of those thingies, because if you connect with it, it also puts out the torch fire, which is ideally not what you want. So you go up to the top section here and whack it in there like so, and then you go up to it and activate the Reaver. So the Reaver now has the power of fire. So that is that. I'm going to head on back. And the Fire Reaver is so cool as well. You get an achievement there for getting the Fire Reaver, and you get a health upgrade as well. So we can head back in. So let's go for it. Going to go ahead and skip this cutscene. If you've not watched this cutscene, I highly recommend watching it. It's absolutely amazing. Good stuff. So that's that bit done. We've now got access to the Fire Reaver. So we're going to use this on an upcoming fight that we've got in a sec. There is quite a tricky fight, and you have to defeat loads of enemies in quite a short amount of time. Well, it's 3 of the fire demons, and they hit really, really hard. So we have that coming up not too long from now. It is a missable achievement as well, so you have to be sort of like ready and prepared for that fight, otherwise you might miss it. Okay, so we're going to follow this round. This bit can get a bit spicy, to be totally fair, because this is kind of like the build up to the end. It's where things are... It's where the game is kind of like ramping up. And the enemies can get quite tough. Yeah, we're going to get locked in here again. Once again, with the combat in this section, I would recommend running around in circles around the enemy and attacking them that way. Ideally with like a fully revved up Reaver, because if you've got a fully revved Reaver, it will just absolutely annihilate all the enemies, which is fantastic. But we ideally could do with getting our health back, so we might use the save and quit trick in a sec. And yeah, it's quite tricky because the enemies, the humans and the demons, will all sort of like gang up on Raziel. Which is not ideal. So I think there is a save point somewhere around here. Or at least there was. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think what we'll do is probably use this save point to save and quit and restore our health. So if we pop a save here on the next slot down, like so. So game is saved, and we're going to press quit, and then yes, and then load, and then load. So that says 3 hours 26 on our timer. We've now got full health, and we still have access to the Fire Reaver. This bit can get a little bit spicy. It's not ideal when he picks up a weapon as well. And I think you do have to defeat most enemies in this section to allow you to progress, otherwise it just blocks you from leaving. So looks like we've still got some more. So yeah, let's head back. But yeah, video game warriors, we're kind of like nearing the end of our Soul Reaver journey. We've covered Soul Reaver 1, 100% walkthrough, Soul Reaver 2, 100% walkthrough. So a little bit sad, but our journey is almost complete. Hopefully you've enjoyed this this series so far. So let's... Yeah, I don't think it's too far from now. We've got to... Basically, we get to a certain section and there's 3 fire demons that kind of jump out and attack Raziel at the same time, and you have to defeat those 3 fire demons really, really quick to get a secret achievement. Not this bit. It's a little bit further ahead. He's picked up a sword again. It's always so painful when he does that. Okay, I think we're going to take out this other fire demon as well, by the looks of it. So there we go. If you missed the achievement earlier, you can try to get the achievement on those fire demons as well, but it's a lot easier to get it on the one that we used earlier in the walkthrough, where that demon's got a special attack where he kind of like spews out a miniature demon. Which is a very, very rare attack. He hardly uses it. Once again, this demon is quite tough, but if you've got a revved up Reaver, you should be absolutely fine. But yeah, Video Game Warriors, if you are enjoying this video and stuff, then remember to pop the video a like. You can subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. I do a lot of game guides, tutorials, boss guides, walkthroughs, lots and lots of different stuff. Let's jump on down. So I got you covered for most games really. Check out the walkthrough section of my channel. I've got loads and loads of games covered, loads and loads of walkthroughs, boss guides, hundreds and hundreds of boss guides. I think I'm going to change to Air Reaver here, and we will save it. Next slot 19. But yeah, I got you covered for like all sorts of stuff. Ninja Gaiden Master Collection, that's Ninja Gaiden 1, 2 and 3. Highly recommend that series if you get a chance to play it. Elden Ring stuff, boss guides for that. You've got hints, tips and tricks videos, like 10 or 15 hints, tips and tricks kind of like packed into a video. Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, which I highly recommend. Tears of the Kingdom, if you get a chance to play it, it's a great game. Let's pop through here. I'm quite looking forward to the next Zelda game as well. I'm assuming there'll be like a new Zelda game that's released on the next Nintendo console, whatever that may be, which is probably going to release in 2025 for a guess. I'll probably do some videos to cover the next Zelda game as well, depending on what's happening in my life at the time. You shall not pass. So yeah, just run around in circles and just attack him in the back there. Once again, we go to our favourite place in the game, which is of course the underworld sort of like intersection pass thing. And we high jump up this ledge here at the top of those stairs. At this point, all of the water is gone from here as well. If you need to grab the Air Reaver, I think there is a font just over there, so grab that font if you do need it. Gonna pop that in, and up we go. But yeah, there's loads and loads of games covered on the channel. Feel free to check those out if you're interested in different guides and stuff. The glide has not worked again. Please glide. So what we're going to do here is switch to fire. I don't think the fire necessarily does more damage. I just feel like it does more damage. So that's really the reason that I'm grabbing fire there. I don't know if it does or not. But the thought of that just makes me feel like I fight better. And perform better in combat, so that's kind of why I grab it really. Okay, so back to the Elder God. I think he's probably got something more to say to us, but we just ignore him and let him chill. I think, yeah, there's a cutscene. I think if you want to, you can jump back down in and you can get some bonus dialogue from him if you want to grab that. Speaking of that, if you want me to cover any of the bonus dialogue content from the remaster, let me know. Might do some no commentary videos of it perhaps, or something like that. Pop a save there. Also, Video Game Warriors, I am releasing my own video game on Steam called Loki the Lynx. I'll leave a link to it in the video description, So go check out Loki the Links if you are into 2D platformer collectathons. I should be releasing that game in 2025 if all goes to plan. However, Video Game Warriors, I think what we will do here on this particular episode is wrap this one up. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.